Hello, everyone. Hi, we are going to get started if everyone wants to take their places. Good morning. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for attending. My name is Stephanie Herrera. I'm with the Placer County District Attorney's Office. Looking over this crowd and this space, this reminds me once again why Placer County is such an amazing place to shop, run a business, live, work. This is really for you, for the people in the field. We have our team, our agency, our retail theft initiative. This is just a big thank you. Thank you for all the work that you've done this past year and beyond to make this place safe, to address retail theft head on. And we just wanted to get everyone together and share why Placer County is so special. And it really is the people in the field doing the work. So with that, I want to introduce Placer County District Attorney Morgan Geyer.
Thank you and good morning. What a wonderful turnout. What a beautiful venue. I want to start off by thanking Westfield Mall and the Galleria. Jeff Richardson, who will speak here today, graciously has opened the mall early. So good parking, and feel free to stick around and get a head start on shopping as soon as we're finished here. But as a Placer County native, I have always felt this is a very special place. And today we thought, heading into the busiest shopping week of the year, it would be a good opportunity to talk about some of the advancements that we are making in tackling a statewide problem in retail theft. It is a problem that affects every community, particularly ours, as we have wonderful shopping centers, we have a burgeoning business community, and whether it is the mall, whether it is our Rockland Commons, whether it's our small businesses throughout our towns and cities, everything is affected by retail theft, and it requires a united effort to combat. So we wanted to share some of the advancements we are doing, and we are here in partnership. We are here in partnership with our business community. We are here in partnership with our law enforcement partners. We're here with our government partners, and most importantly, we're here with our residents in our community to show the rest of the state what can happen when a community who cares comes together. In 2023, we formed the Placer Retail Theft Initiative as a message not only to our community and to our businesses, but to our criminal element that thinks Placer County might be a good idea to set up shop for criminal networks. And it took a wonderful turn, and it turned into something that has grown and become sort of a statewide model, and Placer County has truly been leaders in this space. So I'm going to talk just briefly about some of the specific things that we do in our retail theft initiative, some of the tools that have been advanced through the passage of Prop 36, and some of the things that we have done to innovate and combat retail crime. Specifically, our retail theft initiative, there are several different dynamics that I want to talk about. The first is our internal response in the District Attorney's Office. We have always been tough on crime. We've always been tough on theft at the Placer County District Attorney's Office. But what we did in response to a statewide problem of retail theft initiative was to dedicate a full team of resources to this issue. We were able to secure a grant to enhance our efforts in retail theft, and specifically to dedicate a full-time prosecutor to do nothing but organized retail theft in Placer County, a dedicated criminal investigator, and innovatingly a Placer County DA crime analyst. And what this crime analyst has done has worked to collect data, to track repeat offenders, and to work across our county lines to stop crime before it even enters Placer County. We have an interstate running through our county, which means we are a hub and a destination for organized criminal networks who think that Placer County might be a good place to set up shop, and we have sent a loud, clear message that it is not. We have dedicated resources in mapping, in tracking, and in collaborating with not only our local law enforcement partners, many of whom you'll see and hear from today, but with 27 other law enforcement agencies across the state, encompassing 12 major operations to not just react to theft, but to proactively go find where these stolen items are going and to find the illegal fencers and take down those networks. Our operations within Placer and beyond with our law enforcement partners have successfully returned over $600,000 in stolen property in the last year. We have conducted major search warrant operations throughout the state and prosecuted fencers who are illegally selling stolen goods from Placer County and beyond. And that is sending a message loud and clear that Placer County, number one, is open for business, and number two, is not going to tolerate criminal networks that think it might be a good idea to come here. A few statistics we have of our organized retail theft crimes that occur within Placer County. 95% of those criminals do not live in Placer County. They come into Placer County to steal. 95% of our organized crime and our retail theft defendants are from somewhere else. 80% of those have criminal histories, including crimes of violence that increase the level of dangerousness for our first responders, for our employees in our stores, our business owners, and to our residents. And that represents a major threat that requires a dedicated response from the community. But not only internally, we have worked hand in glove with our law enforcement partners, from our sheriff's office to our local police departments to our partners at the California Highway Patrol's Valley Division and their organized retail theft task force. We have been smart about our approach, we have been tough, and we have been quick to respond to those incidents that occur in Placer County. And most importantly, we have innovated and we have taken the fight beyond the borders of Placer County to make sure that it doesn't even start within our county. So we are very proud of the efforts that we have undertaken. In addition to the retail theft initiative, we have seen some tools in our toolbox replaced with the passage of Prop 36. We have been able to maximize that prosecution across the county lines. We have prosecuted cases that run from Los Angeles County up to Napa County and touch Placer County. We have been able to aggregate amounts of loss across various jurisdictions, things we were unable to do prior to the passage of Prop 36. And in those instances where we see thieves who are stealing to fuel their addiction, we have been able to force them into the treatment that they so desperately need. And one statistic that I always mention that sticks out is 48% of the people charged under Prop 36 are charged with both possessing illegal narcotics as well as theft crimes, showing that connection between those two crimes. So Prop 36 has enabled us to really put more accountability back into our efforts, accountability that was sorely lacking prior to the passage of Prop 36, and has allowed us to take the fight beyond Placer County. I am very pleased today to be standing here with not only our law enforcement partners, but our business owners, our small business owners, our board of supervisors, and an incredibly supportive community who have dedicated resources, time, and energy to assisting in this fight against organized retail theft. And I will say the most beautiful part of this retail theft initiative is the partnerships with our community members and our businesses. We have worked with over 1,100 businesses through every single chamber of commerce in Placer County. We have met, we have increased the response time, we have opened lines of communication between the DA's office and law enforcement and our business communities so that our business owners know that if there is an issue, they simply pick up the phone and in real time they can help hold someone accountable for committing crimes in Placer County, and we can stop it from even occurring in the first place. We have had a responsive community that has appreciated it, and we thought today would be a wonderful day to come and share this message in a beautiful place that represents a hub of our business community in Placer County. So with that, it is my great pleasure to introduce our District 1 Board of Supervisor, Bonnie Gore.
Thank you, Morgan, and good morning, everyone. Together. Well, first of all, thank you so much for being here. What a pleasure it is to represent the Placer County Board of Supervisors. I see a few of my colleagues here, members of the Roseville City Council, and I have to share that being a supervisor of a county where we understand the importance of our retail community. We understand that importance, but we also work to protect it. That is so very important. Our community is one of the top retail destinations in Northern California, and the success of our retail businesses directly affects the success of our communities. Retail generates more than $13 billion in taxable sales each year in Placer County, $13 billion of taxable income. That's a lot of retail sales in our community. And those dollars that come back to our community help us reduce theft and that keep the dollars into our community to support public safety, parks, libraries, and other essential services. With strong competition from online shopping, maintaining safe retail areas is critical to keeping customers walking through the doors of our local stores. Placer County is committed to ensuring safety for our residents, businesses, and visitors. The Retail Theft Initiative demonstrates how Placer County prioritizes safety and leads the state in these efforts. Placer County is a place where collaboration occurs to benefit our residents, and when we face challenges, we work together to address them. The Placer County District Attorney's Office has brought together all the stakeholders: law enforcement, loss prevention teams, chambers of commerce, small business owners, and major retailers. Their leadership and commitment to innovative prosecution strategies, regional cooperation, and real-time communication has transformed how we tackle organized retail crime. Through this program, information flows quickly from businesses to first responders. Repeat and out-of-county offenders are identified quickly, and accountability is strengthened to protect our residents and our retailers. And this is what strong criminal justice leadership looks like: preventing crime, protecting communities, and ensuring safety for everyone. This initiative demonstrates the power of community collaboration. By working together, our businesses stay strong, our residents stay safe, and our county remains a place where people are proud to call home. Thank you so much to our District Attorney's Office, our law enforcement partners, our retailers, our chambers, and everyone here who continues to invest in a safe and thriving community. We are so fortunate that we work together as a community, and it really does make a difference for the safety in our community. We are so very fortunate. And with that, it is my great pleasure to introduce the Senior General Manager of Westfield Galleria, Jeff Richardson.
Thank you all. I was very honored when Morgan and his team asked if we could host this in the Galleria today. What a more fitting place to have this little event this morning, because we are probably one of the best beneficiaries of that reputation that has now been steadfast in Placer County. We have over 170 shops. We do over $750 million and contribute $7 million to the city of Roseville in this small little asset you're sitting in now. But as a global perspective, we are a global company, and out of the entire United States, the Westfield Galleria at Roseville has one of the lowest crime rates out of any of our centers in the United States. And that's in great part to what Bonnie and Morgan just talked about. It's the partnership in our community that make our shoppers feel safe so they can come into a safe place to shop and enjoy walking out with bags full of merchandise. So we hire Roseville Police Department. We have 2 off-duty officers here every day. We have a very sophisticated CCTV system. But those assets that we have employed here really don't do a lot of good unless they're doing something about it at the other end. But it's Morgan and his office that actually are strong on crime and prosecute the criminals that they get captured by stealing here or anywhere else in the city. And that reputation has been out there for a strong 3 to 4 years, to the point now they decide not to do it in Placer County and go somewhere else, which is great. So we can thrive in our retail aspects here and do business here in the city of Roseville and the county of Placer County to put a nice place for you to shop. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our Undersheriff, Shane Wright, and have him speak a little bit more.
Good morning, everybody. First off, I'd like to thank DA Morgan Geyer for this great event, as well as the Galleria for hosting it. We've been great partners with our Placer law enforcement agencies, as well as the DA's office, and I think that's what the true success has been with this retail initiative that we're talking about today. The sheriff has always said that Placer County is a safe place to live, work, and visit. And I think today what we can do is we can highlight, underscore, and embolden that retail business owners, it's a safe place to be a retail business owner here in Placer County. Now, conversely, with that comes, like the sheriff always says, we're a county of consequences. But in law enforcement, the consequences are only as good as our partner at the DA's office, as well as the amazing judges that we have in Placer County. So whether you're a big box retail owner or a small business boutique on a storefront somewhere, just know that the sheriff's office, as well as Placer law enforcement agencies, as well as the DA's office, will be lockstep with you to prevent you from being a victim. And if you are a victim, we will be lockstep with you to pursue the criminal, whether it's a large organizational crime theft from out of the country or right here inside the United States. And with that, I would like to introduce Roseville PD Sergeant Hagerman.
All right, good morning. Thank you all for being here today. I'd like to have a special thanks to the Placer County DA's office for inviting Roseville PD to be part of this today. My name is Michael Hagerman, and I'm an investigations sergeant with the Roseville Police Department who oversees retail theft efforts. Roseville is home to one of the largest and most visited retail destinations in Northern California, the Westfield Galleria. And the surrounding retail quarters attract millions of shoppers every year. With that comes both great responsibility and opportunity. Our community expects to shop, work, and enjoy our city safely, and we take that duty seriously. In coordination with the Placer County Retail Theft Initiative, our department remains committed to aggressively combating and deterring retail theft in our city, not only through enforcement, but by working closely with the district attorney's office to ensure offenders are held accountable in court. We've expanded our intelligence technology and forensic capabilities to track offenders, analyze patterns, uncover complex fencing operations, and pursue entire criminal networks, not just individual thieves. But the most important part of this work is collaboration through the Retail Theft Initiative. Retail theft does not stop at our city borders. That's why our partnership with the Placer County District Attorney's Office, regional law enforcement agencies, and our retail partners is essential. Real-time communication, shared intelligence, and coordinated enforcement are what allow us to stay ahead of organized theft crews. The Retail Theft Initiative has brought us all together with a unified mission to protect our residents, our businesses, and our regional economy. That countywide approach is critical for our city because when Placer County jurisdictions work as one team, we are stronger than any organized retail crime network. Roseville is proud to be a leader in this effort, and we will continue using every tool, every partnership, and every ounce of innovation to keep our city one of the safest and most vibrant retail destinations in California. Thank you. And it is my great pleasure to introduce Ellie Doyen with Action Camera.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ellie Doyen. I'm the Community and Media Manager at Action Camera in Rockland. Action Camera has been a member of the Placer County community for over 40 years. So when we say we love where we are, we mean it. It's been more than just a place to operate. It's a community, a support system, a team working together to keep local businesses strong. Surviving as a specialty retail store is tough already when there are much bigger corporate fish in the sea. And it's our community that we have to thank for our continued success, and our DA and our police department for our continued protection. When we were the victims of organized crime in March, we feared the worst. See, camera stores talk, and we were the 4th camera store hit in Northern California. They weren't as lucky as us, unfortunately. And we really braced for impact, even though we felt safe and most like this was going to be the county that would be able to find who's done this to us. But then we started thinking and remembered that the DA's son is a customer of ours. And we see him quite frequently, actually. And, one of the arresting officers, or one of the officers that reported, was the same police officer that was on my high school campus about 10 years ago every day. And then a couple days after, Mayor Jill from Rockland came to our store to introduce herself and her husband. And when you look at all of those things, it really, adds up to feeling safe in the place that we were at. All of that, and, it's probably the most artistically photographed burglary that the world has ever seen. And we were able to see an arrest because of the efforts provided by law enforcement. It just reaffirmed our belief that this is truly one of the best places in California to be a small business. They take these issues seriously, and we will never have to face something like this alone. The DEA's office holds offenders accountable. I want to personally thank you for your continued support and enforcement of these initiatives that help protect small businesses like us, and for your continued patronage. And I just am so happy to be here today. It shows really just how much support the community has. The true heart of Placer County is and always has been our people. We are a community that genuinely takes care of each other. We have a vested interest in seeing other small businesses succeed and feel safe. When challenges arise, our residents don't turn away, they show up. They support local stores, and they contribute to the sense of safety and belonging that makes Placer County such a special place. At Action Camera, we are grateful to be a part of the county that protects their local businesses. Thank you, law enforcement, DA's office, and thank you all for being members of the community. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. In conclusion, I wanted to point out over at the table, we have our Retail Theft Initiative program. Please feel free to pick one up. It has a lot of interesting information and statistics on the program throughout the county. I wanted to just highlight a couple of things that were said throughout the theme, the theme of today. Speaking specifically to the organized retail theft networks, and as was mentioned, oftentimes we are the victims of sophisticated criminal networks, and it takes sophisticated responses to disrupt and dismantle them, and that is what this initiative is all about on the enforcement side. And the proceeds from organized retail theft fund other organized networks. They fund narcotics, they fund illegal weapons, they fund things like human trafficking. And when you uncover organized criminal networks in one area, you disrupt and dismantle them in other areas as well. And that is why this work is so critical, and why the efforts of our law enforcement agencies are so appreciated and so critical. I couldn't be more proud of our law enforcement agencies. In the program, you'll see some highlights from each of those agencies, specifically our Sheriff's Office, Roseville Police, Rockland Police, Lincoln Police, and the Auburn Police Department, as well as the California Highway Patrol's Valley Division and their organized crime retail theft task force. So please check those out. I want to express my sincere appreciation to our community for showing up today and for showing up every day to partner with our law enforcement partners and our business partners to really take a stand on this issue. There's a famous quote by Nelson Mandela that says, "Safety and security doesn't just happen. It's the result of a collective consensus and public investment." And that is what today is about, a demonstration of our collective consensus and our public investment, from big business to small business, from our local government to our law enforcement agencies and our thriving businesses. It is incredible to see what we can accomplish when we unite together and we partner to keep our community safe. So as a lifelong resident born and raised here, I am proud of what this community stands for, and as the District Attorney of Placer County, I am committed to maintaining our wonderful quality of life and working hand in hand with our law enforcement partners to keep Placer County safe so that it remains the beautiful place to live, shop, work, retire, and recreate. Thank you all for coming, and please see the table on the way out for more information. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. That will conclude this today's event. I also want to thank the media. You guys show up all the time for us. You share these issues. You continue the conversation. That is also a big part of us getting our small but mighty county, the initiatives that we do out there. So the media is a fantastic partner as we're trying to educate and prevent. For any individual interviews, you'll coordinate with me, so we'll be taking them off podium. So let me know if you need anything, and thank you again to everyone for attending today.